Greetings, JC here, and here we are, starting something new. You can blatantly see from the title here, we're playing RimWorld. For those who are interested, ignore that column. That's the available ones. I don't have a mod problem. I totally don't have a mod problem. Okay, there you go. We'll just quickly sift through here. I'm going to spot some of the more important ones. You know, that actually change the gameplay in a meaningful way. There's a lot of them. We'll get there eventually. I think I placed them more near the end, but you know. Oh yeah, the vegetable garden stuff. Lots of different plants and food to cook. Then there's pretty much all of the vanilla expanded stuff. There's a lot of it. Medical systems expansion 2, so that prosthetics work properly. Because base game, you replace their leg, they no longer have a foot, according to the game. Still works, but you know, putting on certain pieces of clothing and armor, they don't have a foot. This fixes that. Expanded prosthetics and organ engineering, because who doesn't want to be able to produce really weird and wonderful bionics and synthetic organs? Because in this game, bits get shot off and blown to bits. You can lose internal organs, and sometimes you really need to replace them. Now, if they're being really iffy about it, they don't like artificial stuff, they want organic stuff. Questionable ethics, where you can go as far as cloning people. Prosthetics for animals, because what's worse than having your bonded guard dog get its leg blown off? Bad hygiene, because who doesn't want a fancy smancy toilet? A load of giddy up stuff, so that you can actually, you know, ride your larger animals. And then we get to the really, really good stuff. Now, the miscellaneous robots. This is replacing another one that had tiers. Which is great, because you know you could build the robot and it would have a maximum set of skills, like 4, 8, and it went up like that. Yeah, it's all good, but these ones, that they start off at level 20, which is maximum. So probably not going to be using those until later on, unless there's like a mad emergency. I just go right, slap it down. No, that's genetic rim. That, don't go there. That's madness. I have included it because I like some madness occasionally. Later on, you can create weird combinations of animals. Terraforming, because that's important. When you really want to tell the world to go F itself, you just build a moat. Androids! Probably the most important part of this mod pack thing that I'm running this time. There will only be one human colonist, the rest will have to be created. More vanilla turrets, because if you've only got one dude, you're going to need a lot of guns. Rim factory, so that more stuff can be done automated. Automation. Rim atomics because even bigger guns. And a nuclear reactor. Ah, yes. Glitternet and Cybernet for optimization. We'll come to that eventually. That's later on. But you can get some ridiculous stuff out of that. And then there's the ultimate antimatter annihilation, when you want to tell everything to go F itself. Yes, that just there is an antimatter reactor. That's the end. That's just like way out there. So, with that all dealt with, and all that, this does actually work. It's what we've got is it's looking for a 3-digit version, and it's only got a 2 version. Obviously, 1.3 is higher, is greater than 0.0.0, being a 1 and a 3. Yeah, it works. It's just being weird. So, now I've quickly gone over the mods, we're gonna start new. Now, some of these, Android Resistance, Android Runner, a load of these come from the Android, and that comes from RIM Factory. I've done a modified version of the Mechanist. Down here. Roughly the same text, you know, back to your home world. You made significant advances in robotics. The backwards going people shunned you because they feared that your machinations would go rogue or put them out of business. One night, an extremist anti-artificial intelligence groups raided your laboratory, scallywags, and tried to murder you even worse. With most of your creations destroyed, you fled the planet with a few of your servants, also known as droids. Yeah, starting skills will be lacking, blah blah blah, harder start. There you go. Droid assembly kit. But here's the bit that is modified from the original. Wanderer joins. I don't want random people joining. If I want to have someone join, I want to know their stats first. Otherwise, I'm just going to stick with building people. There is movement. Right. What we're going to do is we're going to stick it on something a bit middling at first. Later on, once I'm actually sort of semi-established, we can go up if it's too easy. Reload anytime because mods go wrong. As it says there, storyteller and difficulty can be changed at any time, so we can change it later. Ah, yes. Seed of Madness, and it's about 75%. I loaded it on my test. So there we go. Generate. If this takes a while, there'll be a jump cut. Don't worry about it. Right, here we are. Oh, it has finally generated my 75% world. Hence, there's a large ocean in the back here. Yes. So we're going to prepare our landing. What do we want? We require a boreal forest because colder makes it harder, easier. Less power drain, let's put it that way. Terrain type, flat. I don't care about any of that. Coastal tile, yes, and I want a coastline to the north. The more I do this, the less it'll filter down, because if you don't filter it enough, it's just going to crap out. We want granite because it's basically the hardest stone you can get your hands on. Anything else, bonus. Anything over here? No caves. Because I hate caves. I'm not selecting a temperature because we're going greenhouses. That's how we're playing it. Anything else? Anything else? No. Right. Filter the tiles. And then we minimize this. We've got a whole list of 51 potentials. Zoom in. Aha. Yes, I did select the same things. So what we've got is we've got this. That's what I wanted. That one, just there. That's what I picked last time. Got a northern coastline because that features. I mean, I've got to cool my reactor with something. Just be salt water instead of normal, you know. The dirty great big ocean, that should keep my reactor nice and cool. Average temperature of minus 5.5. Tasty. It goes up to a totally tropical 20 degrees C. Goes all the way down to minus 30, mind you, which is fun. But no, yeah, there we go. We've got it. We're on a nice little pinnacle, so it's just like, yay. Only the really determined are going to come here to trade. Trade. Prepare carefully. There we go. And we're going to load a preset. Yes, JC's Android Emporium. Don't worry about the fact he's lying on the floor. That's a mod conflict. The medical systems expanded 2. That one. Yeah, it doesn't quite work on prepare carefully. I will fix that. There is a way of fixing it. It's fine. There we go. I've got middling skills other than crafting. But middling skills. Some bionics because, well, if you're dealing with robots all the time, you might as well have some bionics, you know. Doesn't care about being outside. Because I don't care about being outside. It means very little to me. And that just fits into his whole engineering thing. Flesh is weak. Praise the Omnissiah. Except that he's going completely on the other side of that because he's making AI. So, you know, you take with one hand, you give with the other. Give with one and take with the other. You know. So there we go. That's our starting colonist. That's all we care about, really. Oh yeah. Equipment. Other than the stuff you start with as part of the scenario, I have added a heavy SMG, steel combat knife, construction bot, crafting bot, and ER bot. These are only to be put down in emergencies. Otherwise, they'll be left in storage until late game. When I start replacing the droids with androids. And yes, there is a version of these bots that can deal with the reactor, fueling it and doing all that. So that would make changing the fuel rods and stuff nice and handy. Not having to deal with radiation that much, because that's a thing. So, are you sure? Yeah, I'm positive. I want to get on with it. And so here, welcome to another jump cut. Right, there we go. Loading has finished. The map's a bit weird, but you know, it's usable. It's also bigger because I totally didn't go back and remember that I was supposed to increase the map size. Yeah, that's totally not a thing that happened. Don't worry, you didn't see any of it. Right. The flight from your home planet was frantic. You barely managed to escape alive from your assassination attempt by sacrificing the majority of your creations to the savages. Now de facto exiled, you seek to rebuild what you have lost on a planet in the Rim. With a few of your trusty servants ready to be deployed. As you descend from your escape vessel, you notice several settlements. You hope not to repeat what happened on your homeworld. This time, they will not have the chance. No, because when visiting JC's Android Emporium, the big guns are for your defense. Unless you're hostile, then they're there to blow the ever-loving out of you. Remember, us at JC's Android Emporium are nice and friendly unless you start it. Then we'll finish it with a big off gun. So in he comes, splat, and he starts down. I'll fix that. Back in a moment. Here we go. All fixed. I just had to do some debug menu. That's fine. Hence why you'll suddenly see we've just gained 2 bionic legs. And it also says includes 1 direct subpart, which would be a foot. But now JC has... It looks correct. Because it is. It's gone and added in all the other subparts that were missing, which the mod would normally have dealt with. So let's have a look. What is our new home like? It's not that bad. Big lake. I mean, I can make use of that big lake. Is there like some, I don't know, an ancient danger or anything? Because I can spot these things. You can spot them. It looks like we're good. We've got some ruins. There doesn't appear to be an ancient danger, which is basically batshit crazy. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking a wall, like a moat along there. Making a big old box. So what I'm going to do, I'll bring you all back once I've laid out all the plans. There's a good chance most of this marsh will disappear and there'll just be a nice lake. Ah, we've got a geothermal there. I don't need to worry about too much about space, so, you know, putting down the defensive area, it's fine. I'll explain it all once the plans are out, because waggling the mouse pointer around isn't really going to help you very much. So, back in a moment. Right, here we are. It's time to, we come back to find lots of squiggles all over the screen. Right, the purple is my planned defensive moat area. This is just marking out potential locations for the main defensive guns from Rim Atomics. Yeah, they're that big. Chunky. Luckily enough, we have a geotherm right next door. That'd be handy. But everything else, I've gone and selected half a ton of stuff to be deconstructed, mostly steel walls. We're lucky enough we got 3 geotherms in here, so that's a decent enough power until I can get a nuclear reactor online. Now we have our basic structure here. We have bedroom, an ensuite toilet. We have the dining room, rec room, Research lab, the battle bunker. Because some of these turrets need to be manned by a remote console. Kind of handy keeping him away from the front lines. Workshops will be sort of in this area here. And the reactor or something will be over here. Obviously using the ocean to cool it. And that's the initial general plans. Of course, everything needs to be hauled in. And I also need to set up both of these guys' work priorities. I mean, at the moment, it's don't do art. That's about it. Don't bother hunting. You can, but there's no point in a droid going out hunting. I'll set proper conditions for this. Oh, it's being a bit weird. Hold on. Look, don't set up a time. He's going to set up a time job. Okay, because the mod's being weird. So I'm just going to let them haul that. I'm going to be building this all out of steel. So I placed in some structures initially, but I've forbid them until the walls are all up. And what I will do is I will bring you all back once the initial structure has been built. Because it's just going to take a while, and I'm just going to put it all in. I mean, I could actually just let them get on with it while I'm doing this. They should be bringing it all in. Yeah, we'll do it that way instead. Otherwise, most of this episode will just be jump cuts. But here we are. Steel walls, because I found out we've got a lot of steel in this area, so it's fine. Despite the fact it says none in storage. Just gonna quickly lay all of this out. Yeah, there are wolves in this zone at the moment, which you can hear howling away. Maybe. I'm not sure whether you can or cannot hear them. There we go. Right, we'll need steel doors. There, there. And there. There we go. Well, at least they're eating the wildlife, not us. Yeah, the sooner everything gets pulled into here, the sooner it will stop deteriorating. I'm also going to need like a generator room. So what I'll do, you mean identical thing already there? Ah, claim it, cancel, brilliant. I like leaving 3 wide corridors, just because. I mean, it's a tiny little generator room. It will expand. I know this is where the reactor's supposed to go, but this is a temporary. Claim, cancel. There. Just there. There you go. They can come out, and there's going to be like a generator room. Maybe. Just maybe. Don't make it so tiny, because it's a pain in the what's it. That might help. There we go. Make it a little bigger. I'm gonna have to deconstruct these walls. Right. There we go. Well, we've got enough wood. I should allow at least basically the bed. Now this is actually a proper room. Yeah, he's now sleeping here. Well, that's trapped inside this room now. Oh yes, the droid doesn't need to actually sleep. Obviously, I should really put down a recharge point for him. All of this stuff's going to just sit out here for a while. This is annoying. They want to build a higher priority than the hall, and yes. It's because I haven't set up their manual priorities yet. So, I was going to set up a recharge point, wasn't I? Which is, I think under miscellaneous, yeah, hibernation pad. Now we go to power. There it is, power. I'm going to need a wood generator. Just slap that in the corner there. This thing back here is going to need power. Perfect. I am going to need a dumping pile. So, dumping stockpile. I don't care where you put it, just stick it somewhere. Not corpses. You can put chunks in there. That's it. Because these are all in the way. Well, those are in the way. Select similar. All. Where are you going with that? There you go. He derped out. Went and had a little bit of a moment. I mean, please do haul these things in. I mean, it is, you know, kind of important to get this stuff in because it deteriorates. Especially my components. Good, which are already in. You get a lot of components. Haul that in. Another thing I need to do is, oh wow, they've deteriorated so bad. That one has deteriorated a lot. Never mind, equip that. Then equip that as a sidearm. And then I'm going to set that to haul urgently. Along with the food. I'll leave the food outside. Funnily enough, these don't deteriorate. Those are. That needs to go in. That's not deteriorating. That is. Oh, God. Get in. Okay. They really did leave this stuff to just rot out here. Right. There we go. That should be good. They'll stop hauling that stuff in. I now need to set up one of these and say, yeah, chop a load of wood. Because I need that dealt with. Oh good. He's sleeping. In a bed. Next he'll complain about the ultimate, you know, crime against humanity, which is 8 without a table. You've crash landed on, you've just arrived on a planet, and the worst thing, you ate without a table. Get your priorities straight, because Ah, I'm going to be pissed off. I ate without a table. I mean, in a normal start, you literally crash land. It's just like... Need defences. We'll get on that. Need colonist bed. Doesn't need a bed. I mean, I could put a sleeping spot down for him, but it wouldn't make a damn bit of difference. They don't need to sleep. Right, what I need to do now is we've got power set up. A few other things. I need a filing cabinet. Who doesn't want a filing cabinet next to their high-tech research bench? Because that also happens to give it a speed bonus. Right, we'll flip across to a numbers system. Thank you. I'll just set this up. There you go. You can be. You are high doctor skill. Still putting it on a timer. I don't care. VAT maintenance. Yes. Maintain it before you do bed rest. That's fine. All urgently. Basic, which is basically flicking switches. Ordering. That should really be a secondary priority for you. Animals. Cooking. I think the other guy can cook. You've got a cooking skill of 4. Alright, no, you can cook. There's no real need for any hunting. Fishing is just like ultra low priority. Construction, growing. I mean, the bot's supposed to do most of the work because you hadn't noticed. Once you get a dedicated researcher, they don't do much else. Basic hauling and cleaning should be dealt with by the bot. Move and load radioactive material. Let's set that according to the expendable bot. Oh wow, yeah, your crafting skill is utter toilet. Okay. We'll set that to 5. Actually, if there's any smithing and tailoring to do that before research, because that's basically making clothing for yourself. I don't know why it's put a marker next to it. It's like, oh, it's whatever. There we go. Mining, plant cutting. Mostly everything's on a 4 because it's just like, yeah. Do urgent hauling before you do cooking, before you do construction, before growing. If I drop that down, let's put construction and mining below growing and plant cutting, because that's kind of important. There we go. Now, you to run, you have to fight. Anything that comes after you, murderficate it. That's the general rule. You run away like a pansy, because you don't have much in the way of skills. Just to demonstrate, it has 4 in shooting, 4 in melee. That's what the battle droid does. To compensate for that, it can't do anything other than shoot and haul. Well, the local wildlife has been busy. Oh, you're going to meditate now, are you? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn that on. Then we're going to go furniture. No, actually, we're going to go hygiene. We're going to put in a ceiling fan because swanky. But also because it's kind of important to have. You know, just in case the temperature goes high. There we go. Now what I can do is I'm going to remove these obnoxious planning things because I've actually built it all. It's a level than that, but yeah, that's a geothermal. I marked all the geothermals in red, and that's the size of the building. Oh no, he's going to complain that he ate without a table again. He's like, oh my god, the war crimes. I ate without a table. Has nobody fueled the reactor yet? Can we prioritize fueling this thing? It's kind of important. Yeah? It's a kind of really important thing that's, you know, supplying all our power. So why didn't you do that as a priority? Let's have a look. Nope. Is it a normal hauling job? Yeah, that would be a normal hauling job, I think, because it's a massive, great long list of things it will do, and it looks like it's a normal hauling job. So all this construction will take priority. Or deconstruction. I mean, at least it's got a recharge point. All we can really say. Oh, hello, visitor. We have nothing to trade. You can leave now. Thank you. I don't have a freezer yet. Neither do I actually. Oh, a gift. A gas mask. And a plain leather beret. Thank you very much. Oh, I need a research project. Right, here we go. Research. I never was able to zoom this in because I lost my scroll wheel a very long time ago. Months. Right, first thing, I've got some early stuff that I want to get done, obviously. One of the first things is a septic tank. So we're not complete savages, I do need to set that up for him. Then I will need thermal power. Then water terrain, because that allows me to do basic terraforming, basic land based, and then water based terraforming. That's basically the equivalent of me saying, yes, they spent the time and dug a trench deep enough that enough of this water flowed through and created a moat. Yep. Got a little entrance here where all the guns are going to go. All of this marshland will be taken away eventually. But it's fine. Right, what else do I need to do? There is so many corpses around here at the moment. I don't have a freezer to put them in. But I have the power, so let's do that. Made it go one further than I wanted it to. And again. That was my fault that time. Okay, I'm going to need temperature. Yes. Air conditioner, because it's stupendously efficient. Just going to do that. There you go. Not a particularly good freezer, let's put it that way. Actually, if I need to build a copy, cancel that one. That's what we should really be doing. Double walling this sucker. Well, you know, until I at least get insulation online. Because that's actually the thing I have. I can actually do insulated walls, but yeah, I'm also making this out of steel because I don't have stone cutting online yet. This is kind of one of those really important things you should really set up quickly. That's it, I was just going to leap across there, so it's fine. Goku droid. Excellent. There's no point in you trying to keep it below a certain temperature until the entire room is built. Looking at that, stockpile zone. I want that on normal. When I have it on preferred, clear all foods, but not packaged survival meals because they don't need to be done. Manufactured medicine, herbal medicine, because that's needed. That needs to be refrigerated. I mean, sure, it has like a shelf life of 2 years, but meh. Technicalities. That should be about it for now. There you go. Oh, one of the other important things you do need to store: animal corpses and android, human. That's it. Just in case. It's only colonists until we can put them in the ground properly and respectfully. They get stored in a an area that means they don't die. Are you gonna like starve to death soon? Because that'd be really funny. Oh, honey. Nom on the honey. That's cool. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I'm just gonna hunt that thing. A mad porcupine. Right. Okay. This is serious shit here. How'd you come? Porcupine. There's not. There we go. Job done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you to move into here and murder that thing. Because then I can actually put in a table in there, you know. There we go. Perfect. Now you can get back to your job. Oh yeah, he's having to wash and stuff in a pond nearby. Let's harvest that. Good, good. Things are well, going. Once it's all roofed, let's set that. -10. I shouldn't have to keep setting things to high priority hauling, just so that you can haul them in. Droid. It's got too much construction. But once they're in there, we can deal with them at our leisure later on for meat. As you can see, spoils in 2.5 years. Not a crucial issue there. Right. We are established. Anything else sort of deteriorated? Yeah, the tons of wood. All that in, will ya? And some more food. Or it rots in 7 hours, so we might get it in, we might not. Need to check that I don't allow rot. Nope, there you go. That solves that problem. So, we have a start. We've started, at the very least. From here, I'm going to need to, well, build out this kitchen. You actually have to have a butchering room and a kitchen. Separate, because you don't want to cause food poisoning. And then I need to set up some growing. Now that does kind of need to be in a greenhouse, so gonna need to set up some basic crafting as well. Assuming I've actually got that facility at this moment. No. Now add that to the list. There you go. Now I do have smithing. I was just being blind, apparently. Yes, there you go. Electric smithy. Used to turn steel into glass. Don't ask. RimWorld. You can use the glass to then install skylights. There, skylights. Which allows you to have a roofed area, but lets daylight through. So you can grow plants indoors, like a greenhouse. That's going to be next time. So, thank you for watching this first episode. And until next time, this is JC. Out.